You are listening to Partynerdz Radio.
What's going on, everyone? Cajun Nerd here from the Partynerdz, and I'm here for my review of the 2021 Suicide Squad.
Each member is chosen for his or her own completely unique set of abilities.
All right, y'all gonna be noticing I'm gonna be smiling a lot in this video, which is something I normally don't do. Actually, yes, I do. Suicide Squad was fantastic. And look, I'm not just overhyping this up. Honestly, straight up, the movie was everything I wanted it to be and more. Anybody who knows me know that I've been pretty rough on DC, just kind of like a parent's rough on their child who wants to see them grow up big and strong, because throughout the past 10 years, I mean, DC's given us something every now and then. Like, don't get it wrong, I love the Snyder Cut, Shazam, but then you had a bunch of stinkers in there.
The red capes are coming. The red capes are coming.
Do you bleed?
With that being said, guys, DC, Warner Brothers, if you're listening to me, get James Gunn to do all of your movies. Like, straight up, get James Gunn to be the Kevin Feige of DC, because this is what y'all need to be doing. DC truly needs to hire James Gunn to be their franchise maker. And I say that because obviously Kevin Feige and Jon Favreau, they were the ones that helped Marvel and the MCU really leap forward. Now, James Gunn, he has a lot to prove after, being disrespected by the mouse. Ha ha, get out of here. You like little kids, ha ha. No, that's not right. Cut. Let it be known that this movie is very gory. So if you're thinking about bringing your kids, or if you're thinking about bringing young people to see this movie, they're going to be traumatized. People getting their faces blown off, favorite characters dying out of nowhere. It's pretty amazing, actually. I would almost compare it to like the Deadpool now of the DC universe. But all that being said, it just had some great characters in it. The story, although was campy, like, how serious can you be when you're fighting a giant starfish? The casting in this movie was spot on. I mean, obviously everyone's going to point to John Cena, but Idris Elba, dare I say, this is the best role I've ever seen him in. He was just very relatable, very likable in this movie, even though you know he shouldn't be liked. He's still likable, and this is the best role I've seen him in, better than any of the other movies where he speaks with his accent. I'm a black man with a beard, and by the way, for this video, I made sure I grew my Idris Elba beard. Can you see it? This is the worst British accent you've ever heard. I'm sorry, guys. Don't cancel me. Cancel me. I deserve it. So in the comics, the Suicide Squad are pretty much a bunch of ragtag villains and misfits who've been locked up in somewhere like Arkham, and they pretty much are due for life. But then you have Amanda Waller, who is pretty much like the evil Oprah Winfrey, if you want me to be honest. So she picks some of these criminals out of Arkham, out of whatever asylum they're in, and she uses them for special assignments where if they die, they die. Old man,
I guess I'll die.
In the comics, honestly, the Suicide Squad, they've had so many characters. We saw in the original film, they used Will Smith for Deadshot. They have Harley Quinn, and they have all these other characters. But in this film, they really did a great job of giving each of these absurd, and they are absurd, characters their own personality. And honestly, I thought Margot Robbie did a great job. I think this movie, they actually gave the best representation of Harley Quinn, even more than her solo movie. I think this was so well done. I think that in this movie, they gave all of the characters pretty good time, so there was no character that was over dominant. Obviously, when you're having a bunch of characters in the movie, you got to be careful that it doesn't end up being like Street Fighter, the movie. And I'm not gonna lie, I love classic Street Fighter the movie. We're going to kick that son of a bitch Bison
Ass so hard that the next Bison wannabe is gonna feel it.
But that's the problem when you have a comic or storyline with way too many characters. If you're not careful, it really starts to be a little hodgepodge. it really starts to get mixed up and convoluted. You have characters that don't get the shine. This movie did a great job of giving everyone a little equal time. I love the girl who played Ratcatcher 2. She was phenomenal. This girl I've never heard of before, but she did a great job, and I actually want to see more of her if she lives. I wanted to see more of it. I'm actually going to see this movie again. And you know you like a movie when you want to see it twice. So DC, good job with this. I can only hope with Aquaman 2, Flashpoint coming out and everything, that you guys just stay on one track. Guys, come on, stay in one direction. Don't give us multiple variations. We've seen every damn version of Batman there is. Stick with this. This worked. Suicide Squad worked. Great film. On a scale of 1 to 10, I'll give it 5 stars. That made no sense.
What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about? What you talking about, Willis?
But guys, I'm just kidding. My name's Darnell Cage Nerd from the Party Nerds. Be sure to follow us on Instagram at the Party Nerds with a Z. My personal account is Cage Nerd, and I just started a TikTok. I'm gonna start posting stuff. I'm not knowing what I'm doing. It's Cage Nerd on there too. So guys, I'll talk to you soon.
Oh, you're such a drag. Just go tell them to see the damn movie, why don't you? Listen, go see this film. You're really gonna love it. And this is the worst impression ever.
Ooh, I can feel the tomatoes hitting the screen.
Party nerds, 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 party nerds.